Round 1 at Daytona set the tone for the new SimCAR Grand Am season in spectacular fashion. Nathan Ray dominated the GTP class, leading nearly every lap on his way to a commanding victory. In GT3 Pro, Nicholas Laubich fought tooth and nail with Zane Khan, ultimately making the decisive pass and never looking back, while Marwan Moftah emerged from a chaotic GT3 AM battle to take the win. With the early momentum established, the series now shifts to Austin, Texas, where the wide and technical Circuit of the Americas will serve as the battleground for round 2. The home of the United States Grand Prix is the stage for the evening. We go green in Austin, Texas, live next on ASN. The venue for this evening is the virtual Circuit of the Americas, built in 2012 and located just outside Austin, Texas. This 3.41-mile, 20-turn circuit is one of the most modern and challenging road courses in the world. Its long straights, tight hairpins, and flowing Sector 1, inspired by the S's in Silverstone, demand precision, while the climb into Turn 1 remains one of the most iconic corners in motorsport. COTA has hosted Formula One, MotoGP, and world-class sports car racing, and tonight it plays host to SimCAR's second chapter of the season. As a couple sponsors before we get rolling here on the Automotive Sports Network, we want to let you guys know that the 2025 Drivers' Championship is proudly presented by Penguin RC Simulation, trusted by racers for their unbeatable support, rock-solid product guarantees, and high-performance sim gear. When you want equipment you can rely on lap after lap, Penguin RC Simulation delivers every time. Also, Too Fast Racing. SimCAR is proud to race alongside them, a massive sim community built on the high-octane world of Beam NG drag racing, now taking on iRacing with over 14,000 members strong. From the drag strip to the curves here at SimCAR, Too Fast Racing is where speed lives. Also, Lambert Designs is the official graphic sponsor for SimCAR. For promotional materials to custom paint jobs, Lambert Designs has it all. For more information, join the series Discord and contact Brandon Lambert. And finally, the fight for the team's championship in each class is brought to you by Mr. Patches, makers of custom patches that let you wear your racing pride. And this season, they're putting $50 on the line for each class's winning team. From the track to your jacket, Mr. Patches has you covered. The format for the SimCAR Grand Am Series is as follows. We are finishing open practice now, which leads us into a 20-minute qualifying session to determine the grid for our 1-hour race this evening. The first 10 minutes of qualifying are reserved exclusively for the GTP class before the GT3 Pro and Am field receive the track to themselves for the remaining 10 minutes. The 14th season of the SimCAR Grand Am Series commences tonight live on the Automotive Sports Network, with Bryan Sawyer in the production truck, and also next to me in the Comtra box, my name is Josh Mertz as we welcome you to Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas. Mr. Bryan Sawyer, I was not here last week. I heard it was a great race with a thrilling opener. We head to one of the most technical and punishing tracks on the calendar. It's going to rain, I hear, little birdie told me. What are your thoughts? How are you? This is going to be a good time.
I'm good, Josh. It's been a while since we've called one together, and you took what I was going to say. It may be, what is it? What do we got right now? It's not too bad on the track right now. It's 73 degrees, 96 out, but it's going to rain. Yeah, like you said, it's one of the most technical tracks here, and it's going to be bonkers. I'm excited to watch it.
So, we are in practice now, finishing practice up. Christopher Hill looks like he's on top of the board in the prototype class. Is that by 0.8 of a second over JD
Yes,
Daniel?
is.
We've got Romain Rateau up by 0.4 of a second over Kevin Fanning in the pro class, and Ethan Brown ahead of Marwan Moftah in the AM class. Brown ran a 2:08.4, Marwan 2:08.8, so another 0.4 there. Bryan, you got some points for us? We want to take a look at those before we get rolling?
Yeah, I don't have the graphic ready, but I'll read off what we accomplished last week. Points are pretty much in the same order we finished last week. We got in the GTP class, I'll do top 5 for everything. We got Nathan Ray, Steve Baker, Christopher Hill, JD Daniel, and Matthew Johnston. There are our top 5. In the GT3 Pro, we got Nicholas Laubish, Romain Rateau, Zane Khan, Christian Youngwall, and Matt Kingsbury. And then in the AM class, we got Marwan Mofta, Klaus Kreutzer, Joshua Suski, Norbert Roy, and Lance Williams.
Let's already take a breath and Circuit of the Americas, Austin, Texas. We look at Romain Rateau going through the stadium section. We've seen plenty of action through here, especially most recently in the NASCAR Cup Series race when there were 3 cars battling in this corner. We saw her wonderful shot of the grandstand, the back of the grandstand in that race. But rounding this final set of corners, modeled a lot like Turn 8 in Istanbul, Turkey, and into the final couple of corners goes Rateau in the 23. Let's take a look at some programming notes, Brian, before we get rolling here on the Automotive Sports Network.
Josh,
this is
the first time
Brian.
I'm going to ask you this question. Which one do you want, the full series or just this series? We're going to do them both. Well, this one's new for you.
Well, let's take a look at the schedule for the SimCAR Grand Am. Let's start out with the SimCAR Grand Am series, and you're blowing my mind with these graphics. So next week at Road America, and if I remember correctly, speaking candidly, for those that don't know, I'm moving houses. I bring this up because my setup's completely boxed up. I don't have all the details in front of me. I think it's an hour and a half next week.
It is.
I won't be here again because we're going to be camping. It's going to be a nice disconnect before we move. But so that's going to be next Thursday, the 28th. It's 9:15 p.m. Eastern is the estimated time. That's at Road America. You're going to be here, Brian. I think Josh Darnell is going to be filling in for me again. But we will see there. Then we go to Imola, Red Bull Ring in Austria, Zandvoort, Sebring, Road Atlanta, Long Beach, and Interlagos, stretching through nearly the end of October. And this is one that I want to bring up that I am so excited to announce. Brian, pull up the other page. The Automotive Sports Network will be a part of the Sim Gaming Expo in Schaumburg, Illinois. Little child Josh dreams are happening. Be sure to hang out with us. I think we're going to be streaming pretty much all weekend on the Sim Gaming Expo channels. If you're local, come hang out in Schaumburg. I'm going to be there. Brian's going to be there. NASA's going to have its own race. I know it's SimCAR. I'm sorry. I got to get this out of the way. NASA's going to have their own race. We're going to be there. I don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be super awesome. But then you notice the NASA Rallycross Lights World Championship contenders and the NASA Rallycross World Championship. So much stuff happening in the second half of 2025. Be sure to hang out with us, subscribe, ring the bell. I don't have my script for all the social media reads. We're everywhere. Brian says we're on the dark web. It's great to be back, Brian, even if it is just for this one night for now. This is going to be awesome.
I know. I was going to say, I hate to tell you, but you say you're closing on a house next Thursday. Buddy, you are not going camping. When we closed on ours, the first thing we did was, we're going there right now.
So here's the thing. We're closing, the property manager says Thursday. I said, well, we're going camping on Thursday. We're leaving. I don't know what's happening. Okay, at worst, we're gonna get a truck. We're gonna move our stuff. I don't know. I don't know.
It's gonna be a journey.
I don't know. We're finishing practice now, and looks like Chris Hill still 0.8 of a second up. We're going to begin qualifying now. And for those of you that are new to ASN, we haven't had prototypes featured on our coverage in quite some time since it used to be OSRL before they rebranded to Torque. They had that a couple of years ago. And now we will begin qualifying for the Grand Touring prototypes. Marvelous cars, absolutely disgusting levels of technology in a good way featured in these cars. And Nathan Ray, winner from last week in the 35. JD Daniel, the 055. Daniel Smith in the 95. And I think we have, if I look at this correctly, Brian, we've got 5 GTPs in this race. And
yes, we do.
According to the internal feed that I'm looking at and the weather report, there is no rain yet. So I wonder if it's going to hit during the actual race. So that's interesting because open setups, Brian. So what do? Do you maximize your setup for qualifying and hinder yourself in the race?
Yeah,
Interesting little tidbit
I
there.
don't know. I'm seeing mostly cloudy for a lot of it, and 0% chance of rain. So
That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at a lot of wind, east, northeast, 17, 18 miles an hour, low 80-degree temperatures. No rain, but I've seen it happen. I remember when we had, can't remember specific torque races, but it said there was going to be rain. There wasn't rain, and then it hit. It just shows up. So we shall see. And this track already treacherous in the dry. I can't imagine what it'll be like in the wet conditions. As Nathan Ray for Solpec Precision Racing in the 35, the Acura rounding the final couple of corners. I'll tell you what, let's ride on board Mr. Nathan Ray for a lap early in qualifying here in Austin. As Nathan Ray makes his way down the back straightaway. Is that track map graphic new? And you didn't tell me about
yeah,
it?
that one's new. Something's wrong with the number. It's not showing his little number up in there, but we'll get that fixed for next week. It just shows a little black dot where he is on track. But yeah, I moved it up
Rounding
there.
the stadium section.
Full disclosure, I saw how IndyCar had theirs and I liked it, and I said I'm putting mine right there too.
I will be fully transparent. Internally, my ears are not having a fun time. Just so you know, from the sim
I should
sound.
turn that back down for you.
There we go. So rounding 17 and 18 into turn number 19, into turn 20. Technically the Andretti, if I recall correctly. That is what it is called, that final corner. And now onto the main straightaway. Ray will cross the line. 2-minute 1.690. JD Daniels right behind him in the 055. He crosses the line at a 2-minute 2.843. That's 1.2 seconds ahead of, or behind rather, on Ray. Daniel Smith crosses the line, goes P1. 2-minute 1.3. That's by 0.3 of a second. And trying to find Christopher Hill in the 101 for Team Watson Racing. His teammate, Zach Goddard, about half a lap behind him, 3/4 of a lap behind him, heading to the hairpin on the far side of the circuit. Christopher Hill, final corner. And in the BMW, crosses the line. And that lap doesn't count. He got an off track somewhere, Bryan, in that BMW. Timing says 2 minutes 7.8, but it did not register a lap time. So still some time, obviously, to find for the 101. And Goddard, at the end of the back straightaway, look for turn 12 to be a good overtaking opportunity. 13, 14, 15 stadium section once again. Multiple lines through here, and expect potentially some dive bombs into this final, or this second set of corners in this stadium section. But it's tricky because, of course, if you make some contact, you will be under review, under investigation. You'll have some graphics pop up courtesy of Race Control. And now through the winding, never-ending quadruple apex of 17 and 18 into 19. Use all the curb, but don't go too far. Driver's right. And to the Andretti turn number 20. Car width off the apex for the 029. Not sure what this lap will do. Crosses the line. and it clocks a 2-minute 2.5. He goes third quickest as the man from West Virginia, but he's still looking at 1.2 seconds to make up on Daniel Smith. Let's pick up who's next. Nathan Ray crosses the line, goes quicker again, 1 minute 59.350. And does Daniel respond? He does, 59.2. Next car across the line is Daniel Smith, 59.7. He does not improve. He goes slower, Bryan.
Interesting. We still got Christopher Hill, though, coming around. He got that 207, so we don't know his true lap time right now. Is that 207's I messed up? Let me get it situated. But
Final corner.
Yeah, we're looking
across
at
the line.
Almost 3 seconds difference between first and fourth right now.
58.3 P1 by
he set
about
up a
second.
good lap, Josh. He set up a good lap. We don't have Aaron Beaver on the track yet. Aaron Beaver hasn't started the lap
we
or
have
anything.
6 GTPs.
Yes, we have 6.
He must have joined in while after I did my intro, so I missed that he had joined us. And Aaron Beaver in the 97, as we still focus back to Goddard. Furthest up on track in the 029. Kind of messy through 12 and 13. And 14, really not a corner because you want to break for 15 here. And now to 16 and 17. Interesting to think about where these guys are going to deploy their hybrid energy. And these cars are also interesting, the GTPs, because they run on full electric power in the pit lane. They get to the end of the pit lane, and depending on the car, and I won't replicate the sound, but it makes a very disgusting noise in a good way. As Goddard, the Cadillac GTP is you need not say for work tags when you watch that car. It's gross. Goddard's lap does not count in the 029. The GT3s are beginning to roll, so I think they're allowing them to finish this lap. Nathan Ray, P1, 58.2. Across the line for JD Daniel, 59.2. Where's Christopher Hill in the 101? He has given up the lap. So this might be Nathan Ray's pole position.
I think it's looking like it.
His GTPs at the end of the pit lane, GT3 AM behind the pro cars. And shout out to the SimCAR boys having that live race control, making our lives a little bit easier, Bryan, I have to say.
I'm trying to see. Okay, yeah,
And
Zachary Goddard wasn't a GTP last week. I was trying to. I thought Zach Goddard was in a GT3 last week and switched over to GTP for this week, but nope, I'm incorrect. What's nuts, Josh, is how small these cars are.
The GTPs?
Yeah.
Oh, you were just there.
I was standing next to a Porsche GTP about 25 minutes ago.
Yeah, you did send me that picture.
I think if I lay down on top of this thing, I encompass the whole thing.
Which is impressive.
It speaks to my
These
mass.
cars are... These cars are wild. They're some of the most fun that you'll see. And these cars, finally, the sports car regulations have converged in Europe and America to allow multiple manufacturers crossing to go to each continent. It's fantastic. After several years of having sports cars kind of being separated and not a fun time, as we still focus on Nathan Ray in the 35. A little bit loose mid-corner. He's going to go off. That's potentially going to invalidate the lap. It does. And next car on track is the 055 of JD Daniel. He goes second quick.
GT3s are off.
At a 58.3. And the GT3s begin to roll, Bryan. We already got one around. Matt Kingsbury in the 21. I'm not sure what exactly happened there, but he lit up the rears and looped it in the 21. Just an update on the weather. Nothing yet. Let's see. Who is first on track?
Sorry about that. I don't know who's first on track.
Kevin Fanning in the 911. Looks like he's going to be the first one on track. The beautiful scenic cameras
There we go.
all over this track. And Kevin Fanning is the first car on track. I think you might have broken something because it is a little louder in my
Well,
ears.
Josh, there's not 5 cars on the track anymore.
I guess that's fair.
There's about 35 on the track.
Listen, I might break something if I touch any settings on this cobbled together setup I have. So we're
For
gonna
those
we're
not
gonna
to
leave
know,
that.
we got Josh commentating tonight between 2 iPads, a laptop, and a cell phone.
Yes. So more inside baseball on the first Josh and Bryan podcast in months. I have mentioned that I am moving. That's well and truly documented. I have my wife's iPad Air next to me with timing and scoring. I've got my iPad Mini with the feed that you guys are watching, and I'm able to see what's going on. My cell phone, my iPhone has the chat up. I hope it's actually broken again, and my laptop has the iRacing feed. So we've got 4 displays. Figuring it out, and the cherry on top is why I don't sound great. I don't even know how well I sound. We're on my AirPods Pro. So thanks, Tim Cook. Apple's great. I drink the Kool-Aid every day. We're having a good time. So Kevin Fanning crosses the line to begin his first lap. He's the first one on track in the 911. And if I recall correctly, he's a former champion back in previous SimCAR days, and even when this series originated as the NASA Sports Car Challenge back in 2020. There's a lot of names that ran then that are still here now. Awesome to see as everything comes full circle. Kevin Fanning through the S's in the Corvette. And looks like third corner in the S's there. Ran a little wide. He's got Romain Rateau in the Porsche all over his rear wing. In the 23 for MEKA Esport. Brandon Lambert in the 46. And it looks like Fanning and Lambert, both teammates for Silverback Racing. We got James Howard in the 22 in a Ferrari. We got the Mustang of Miguel Rivas. He's the first AM class car on track. So if he doesn't go off track, Bryan, he will set the benchmark for his subclass there.
Yeah, and that's incredibly impressive.
It's down the back straightaway. Rivas. We've got Aaron Beaver is in a GT3 car, Bryan. That's probably why he was not on track, because now he's on track. So I don't know if you have to fix things in real time.
I'm not going to be able to fix it for this race. He was signed up as a GTP for the, well, we might be able to fix it. We'll fix it we might fix it while they're all gridding.
That's a good one. And so Romain is quicker than Fanning. And one of the most annoying things about open qualifying, my opinion, so much better than closed qualifying, because you have to focus on the track, of course, but you have to focus on the cars that you're effectively racing. And Rateau has a little distraction in front of him in Kevin Fanning, and it hinders him from being able to hit apexes, hit his braking marks. Watch as I say this, though, he's going to go P1 over Fanning, but we'll just have to see. Off the final corner, Fanning will set the benchmark, 2-minute 9.6. 2-minute 8.6, a second faster for Rateau, 2-minute 9.9 for Lambert. Howard crosses the line 2:10.2. Rivas, the first AM class car in the 290, he will cross the line in the Mustang. He goes 2:11.6. Beaver, 2:10.1. Kingsbury, after his spin in his warm-up lap, 2:10.29. Falks crosses the line. The first lap doesn't count. William Kaufman crosses the line, 2:12.6. Moftah, the winner from last week, his first lap did not count. Ethan Brown's did not count. Eric Dubois, 2-minute 13.9. John Ebersol, that lap did not count, nor did Norbert Roy. And Rob Edgell, 2-minute 13.8. Daniel Miglin, 2:14.9. Josh Ondo, 2:13.5. Times roll in. Taking a look, in class position, Rivas has 0.4 of a second over Sohn. Rateau has a second over Fanning. I just want to say, Bryan, this link that you sent me, for full disclosure for everyone hanging out with us, maybe he's posted it in chat, but you could watch the same timing that I'm looking at. Gives us plenty of information here. Who's on track, who's on a lap, who's not on a lap. Oh, does it show me who you're focused on right now?
It does.
It does. Look at that.
I'll get the link out for everybody. Hold on. I posted it last week. I forgot to toss it in this week.
I'm wondering why stuff is highlighted in red, and then I said, oh, you're looking at Christian Youngwall, and it's focused on him, on the timing. Bryan Sawyer deserves like 100 round of applause, everybody. The work that he does is incredible.
Oh, I did
And Josh Darnell.
That's just free software.
Well, I'm just saying, well, the work you've done, it's great. Don't sell yourself short, my friend. We've come a long way in the 3 years. Kevin Fanning, we can head back up to him. He's going to finish his second lap. He'll cross the line, 2 minutes 7.9. He improves and goes P1. As Rateau does it again by 1/10 of a second. This is going to be spicy in just a few minutes, but it's already getting spicy.
James Howard just takes third. Pops over Brandon Lambert.
This isn't... Rebus crosses the line too. That lap didn't count.
Crosses Brandon also. And like you were saying, Josh,
in class.
Like you were saying about all the distractions on track, it also allows for a lot of teamwork. Last week we saw Brandon and his teammate just they were tandem drifting down Daytona, getting all the possible speed they could.
Lambert, I know you're either watching or you're on demand watching. Tandem drafting ended in 2012, okay? We don't do that anymore.
Yes, they do. They were nose to butt. And it was awesome. I loved it. We had a lot of that last week. Did you watch our broadcast back last week? We had 2 cars.
You remember that I was not having a good time. I admittedly did not. So
okay. Well, our GT3 Pro last week, we had 2 cars glued within a 1/10 for at least 15 to 20 laps. It was an incredible race.
I want to bring up something else about Rateau and Fanning here. So while Rateau, I commented, yeah, you can't hit your apexes, you can't hit your braking points. Here's the thing. At least I feel when I'm on track driving, it is much easier to follow than it is to lead. So right now, Rateau is able to mimic Fanning's lines, Fanning's braking points, and also find that little extra something to get ahead of him. And that's why there was a 1/10 of a second difference. Rob Edgell, 2 minute 10.2. He's a 1/10 up on Bryan Sohn in the 03 for the M class, so we're not missing anything there. But I want to see when these lap times refresh, Bryan. What will Fanning run in the 911? Crosses the line, 2 minutes 7.8. He improves, 2 minutes 7.2 for the Frenchman, Romain Rateau. Half a second, or more than half a second ahead.
We got 1 minute left, so this
Lambert's
is going to be their last
didn't
lap.
count. Aaron Beaver will cross the line.
Go back down
Bryan.
to GT3 AM. See what we got there. We got Rob Edgell in first place. Was Byron Son second. Marwan Mafta in third. I think Marwan won last week.
He did.
So, yeah, he won last week. He's a good contender for this race. He's off track currently. Daniel Miglin and Miguel Riveras in fifth.
Rob Edgell's going to cross the line here, Bryan. In the 81, no, it didn't count. He ran a 2:10.2. Let's try and pick up Bryan Sohn.
Hold on. I want to get this guy's car. That's a hot paint job. I don't know who did this paint job. Don't get off track. He got off track. I wanted to see a better picture of it.
Bryan Sohn crosses the line. 2:21.8. But he's going to have that last lap count. So I want
Christian
to
Youngwell
go back.
pops Kevin Fanning. Finishes lap, gets off track, pops into P2. Kevin Fanning, he's on his last opportunity to make this happen.
Let's go find Kevin Fanning. So now there is Youngwall is, let's call it 5/10 off of Rateau. He picked Fanning. Rateau and Fanning have this last quarter of a lap.
Fanning's running a little faster. You can see his predicted lap time at the bottom of the graphics is 2:07.7. Might be able to make something happen.
This is incredible stuff. That's awesome. Okay, final couple of corners for Kevin Fanning. The time to beat is a 2:07.2. He's still half a second down if this time is correct. He's got to find something. In this final corner, Rateau pits. He says, I know, homie, I got this pole position. Across the line goes Kevin Fanning, 2:07.6.
That'll do it.
6.72, so he improves, but he does not pip. Or he does, Youngwell.
He does pip on Youngwell.
He does. Okay.
And full disclosure,
So
we're going to
Lambert
take a second. I'm going to restart this so I can get everybody in the right class. It's going to take 1 minute. Your timing might break for a hot second, but
You just let me know when I have to refresh it. And c'est la vie. I say that every day now that you say that. So here we are. Thanks for hanging out with us on ASN. According to this, there's 8 of us hanging out. I'm trying to find the chat on my iPhone. I don't know if I can, Brian. So I might not be able to.
It's okay. It's just Chris Lennon accusing us of sending out hacking links.
I see. Chris, listen. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're wrong. I don't know. I got nothing. Okay. About 1:05 left, and then this gets
I know, Josh.
sent to
Last week
the
I had
warm-up.
I had so many new treats for you. The new mini map, the new predicted times, the 3-class ticker, and then your laptop exploded.
No, Apple's not a sponsor of ASN or me, but listen, don't buy a Razer product. This is personal Josh saying this. You'll have Wi-Fi card failures. You'll have graphics card failures. It'll just turn off when it wants. Don't ever buy one. I would never recommend it. Okay? It's not a good time. I'm streaming to my sim rig. Story time. Streaming to my sim rig, Brian, and this thing is still 1,000 degrees. So, Brian, do we take a break during warm-up?
During warm-up? We didn't last week. So I broke everything last week.
Oh, good.
But we can take our break during warm-up if you'd like.
Let's do this. We'll take one during warm-up and about halfway through. So stay tuned. We'll be back from Austin, Texas.
You're so interesting.
I love your browser history.
I like that you're not hiding anything from me.
By the way, nice IP address. I like your neighborhood.
You are so special. This ad is just for you.
I learned so many things from you.
You are so generous with your personal data.
Switch on privacy, switch off trackers and viruses. Go to nordvpn.com. NordVPN. Safely be you.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Absolutely be doing what he has to do. He has to go for the championship. He has to recover the points that he lost. He's down the race, takes the lead in the 12. What a move. And he takes the lead and holds it.
Side between these two in the turn one. This is going to get spicy.
Exiting turn one, over the jump to begin the first lap clock at the inside line.
Josh, I'm bringing this back early because our ads run longer than this warm-up did. So I hope you're back.
Welcome back, everyone. I am. Am I here? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're here. I just had no other way of contacting you. We're
That's
coming
okay.
back.
I figured
we're going gritty.
Alrighty, so welcome back, everyone, to round 2 of the 14th season of the SimCAR Grand Am Series, live on the Automotive Sports Network. Bryan Sawyer in the production truck, and also next to me in the commentary box. My name is Josh Mertz. As we get ready to grid, is this a grid graphic?
It will be. Please hold. I goofed. When I restarted everything, I didn't restart that.
Oh, it broke everything. Here's the grid for the GTP field. We got Nathan Ray, JD Daniel, Christopher Hill, Daniel Smith, and Zach Goddard. 5 cars in the top class here in SimCAR. And this is going to be a great race as the rain is going to roll in at some point.
GT3
Interesting. As we take a look, Romain Rateau, Kevin Fanning, Christian Youngwall, James Howard, Brandon Lambert, Matt Kingsbury, Aaron Beaver is a GT car. The plate says GTP. We will fix it for next week. Randall Falks and Nicholas Laubish in 9th position and last in class. And in the GT3 AM class, on pole position, Rob Edgell, Jesse Pate, Brian Sohn, Miguel Rivas, Marwan Moftah, Daniel Miglin, William Kaufman, John Ebersol, Ethan Brown, and Eric Dubois. Then we've got Jason Lynn, Norbert Roy, Josh Ondo, Travis DeFlumier, and Lance Williams, and Josh Susi in 16th and last in class. As we begin to roll here in Austin, Texas.
So, Josh,
I believe we do have a split grid. Yes, Brian.
I got confirmation during the break. We're doing split grid as normal, but something messed up in the iRacing timing section, so it's only 2:30 in the afternoon. Rain doesn't come till 6:30, so we will not be getting rain in this race. We're just going to be a little overcast, so unfortunate, but hey, I'm sure some of the drivers are very happy about it. Some are probably not. They're ready for rain, but
there were some guys that I don't think showed up because the rain was going to be here, and that's a kick in the teeth for someone that doesn't want to race. But it's also
learn to race in all conditions. And show
that's
up
what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I guess we have rallycross tangent for 2 seconds. You can't not race on dirt if you don't like dirt. I don't know. You got to race on all conditions. So either way,
I don't see Zachary Goddard taking the grid. I see 4 GTPs, I think we're gonna have and Goddard not here.
4 GTPs at the head of the field going through the final couple of corners. We've got all those GT3 cars as well. Safety car to pit lane. Glad you can join us on the Automotive Sports Network as we get ready to go green for round 2 of SimCAR in Austin, Texas.
Oh, Josh, I turned your timing back on. You can refresh that page.
Green flag in Austin, Texas for the GTPs. Thank you, Brian. Nathan Ray got a great jump compared to JD Daniel, compared to Christopher Hill, and compared to Daniel Smith in the GT3 Pro field. Christian Youngwall on the outside driver's right of Kevin Fanning. Down to turn number 1. Fanning to the inside, locks up nearly. Wide goes Youngwall. He'll have the run down the hill through the S's side by side. Howard with Kingsbury. Kingsbury moves up a spot. Lambert trying to sneak in on the 22 is the 46 through the S's for the first time. Pro field nice and clean. We've got Rob Edgell leading the AM field. Bryan Sohn in second, wide as Beaver in the Audi in the 97. No contact through the field. It looks like we're clean. Zach Goddard on track in the 029, Bryan, but in 29th is the 029. He's got a lot of ground to make up as Nathan Ray nearly loses it, entering the back straightaway.
I gotta say, that's a much cleaner start than we had last week. Last week, and before we even made a turn one, we had cars going around in circles, getting out to the new series jitters. So, good to know we're clean, we're good. We're going racing.
William Kaufman
got a lot of little
and
battles
Ethan
going on already.
Brown. They're side by side. It's the 420 versus the 24 down to the hairpin at turn 12. Brown takes the spot. Kaufman deep on the brakes, but Brown is going deeper on the brakes. Side by side, Jesse Payton, Bryan Sohn. This is for second. I know we're half a lap in, but Rob Edgedale is going to love this because with Payton and Sohn side by side, mistakes can be made. Sohn squarely, one car around. It looked like it was Kingsbury. No, it wasn't. It was Howard. My apologies. Did we see a virtual safety car deployed, Bryan? Was that the graphic that popped up?
We did. We saw a virtual safety car pop up right there. Virtual safety car deployed. They're going to take a little time, sort out.
Hit their pit lane limiters, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and cruise through. As Nathan Ray will lead us in the GTP and in overall.
Josh and I were very lost last week trying to see what was going on.
So Rateau leads in the GT3 Pro field. Want to give a shout out Ray Kingsbury. He told me earlier, I'm going to tell you on race control chat on iRacing. I said, Ray, with the way my setup is, I have no clue. We're back green, it looks like, in
we are not
Austin,
green
Texas. Yet. Not green yet.
Pit limiter.
Oh, I see.
Yep.
Okay.
You gotta read the message.
Engaged. I see. I'm trying. It's your job. I'm delegating that to you live. We'll do it live. So,
when we get back, when we get you back on a regular computer, we can. I can send you all the messages.
That'd be marvelous. So Zach Goddard, forgive the ignorance, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, I'm still trying to figure this out. So I think. Are they letting him through on the GT3 cars?
I believe so. I think they're letting him back up to his class position.
That makes sense to me. You're going to spend the entire race trying to sneak through all these GT3 cars. It's going to be fruitless, really, compared to the other GTPs. And Goddard making his way through. Can we take a second look as to what happened to Howard? Do you have that pulled up?
Oh boy, this is I might. When everybody starts driving this slow, I got it. When everybody starts driving this slow, ATVO says everybody's crashed. I think I got it right here.
Lost it. That's it. He just throttled up and lost it. Yeah, it's easy to do in these cars, especially because if I recall correctly, that corner's slightly cambered. So if you're going to rip the throttle, you won't have all the grip you need. So
he did a good job getting back off the track.
No contact with anyone, if I saw that correctly.
Yeah. Everybody understood what was going on. They got out of the way.
All right, back up front in our first VSC period of the evening. And Nathan Ray, 100 miles an hour, weaving to try and get these tires up to temperature. And Zach Goddard in the BMW. 3 BMWs, 2 Acuras. Two Acuras. I apologize there. And
will say, Josh, the virtual safety car, it's a weird process to manage internally, but I really enjoy it compared to traditional pit car. Traditional pit, we're doing 4 laps of this. They just get everybody back where they're supposed to be and go. We should be seeing
Howard has caught up to the back of the field. And what's interesting is because GT3 AM is its own subclass, Bryan, Howard will not be allowed, it looks like, to get back to the tail end of the pro field.
Same thing with Nicholas Labush. He's our winner from last week.
I remember Nicholas Labush from the NASA days. He dominated a race. First couple races, it was Daytona and Sebring of 2021. And disappeared. We thought that kid would win the championship that season. It was not to be. Good to see him back in GT3 machinery as he pits in the 17. As the pit lane is back open, according to Anthony Flores Race Control. And the VSC is ending in just a couple moments as Nathan Ray leads Christopher Hill, J.D. Daniel, Daniel Smith, and Zach Goddard at the best possible time catching up to the field in GTP. Rateau, Youngwall, Fanning in the Pro class. Edgell, Pate, and Revis, the top three in the AM category. We're back rolling in Austin, Texas. After 6 minutes of competition and back down the straightaway to turn number 12. Of course, passing is allowed. These guys have a little different system like we've documented. There's 3 zones of wide as Ray. Very deep. Pulling a NASCAR line in these prototypes. And they have 3 spots that they can go back green, so we'll see if there's any issues going green at different spots. Interesting line for Ray. Looking the inside is Daniel on Christopher Hill.
Speaking of NASCAR lines, didn't Night Racing just announced today that this track's getting updated with a NASA or not a NASCAR config?
The NASCAR
Somebody just
config,
went way
yes.
off the track in the back. I think that might have been Goddard.
Going back, I'll take a look off monitor and see. That was correct. He had halfway looped it in the 029, mowed the lawn in one of the world's most expensive lawnmowers in that BMW. And now,
I've
looking
seen some
at
pretty
the
expensive Roomba
GT3
lawnmowers.
field, Young Wall, driver's left, backing up the corner. I'll tell you what, Romain Rateau is one of the toughest guys to pass. I remember him from 2023 in his NASA days. Very hard to pass as the Frenchman. Young Wall's going to have to find a way around. In the 29, Kevin Fanning in third. Kingsbury, after spinning, what was that, in his qualifying lap or the formation lap? In the 21. Lambert in the 46.
I remember Romain back in when we were broadcasting the Toyota series. He used to always say, "Hey, I kind of give them a little peek, open the door just a hair, just to show them what they could have, and then I shut it immediately. I say, no, you can't have that." And he tries to actively play mind games with the car behind him.
As down the front straightaway, up the hill, turn 1. One of the most spectacular corners in all of motorsport. You crest this hill, you can't see the apex. You are relying solely on muscle memory down the hill and now through the S's. Modeled after the Maggots, Beckett's, and Chapel Complex at Silverstone in the United Kingdom. We've got Jesse Pate battling Revis. This is for second in the AM class through the S's, Bryan. Youngwall not letting Rateau get away for the lead in the pro class. Pretty calm throughout. I got Nicholas Lauber slicing his way through. James Howard clips the curb across the track.
Oh.
No contact made. That could have been big. And the second mistake for the 22 this evening. Or sorry, the 22. He clipped a sleeping policeman.
Let's see if I can get a
and the
replay on that one.
Policeman wrote him a ticket, Bryan. He didn't like that.
Oh, hit the curb. Yep. Oh, wow.
That could have been big.
And he stopped before he hit the wall. So, good job.
Chris Hill sets fastest lap, 1 minute 59.0. We've got Zach Goddard trying to keep up. Now, here's the interesting thing. Chris Hill ran the fastest lap at a 59 dead. He was 3/10 up on Nathan Ray the last time around. So we might see a pretty spicy battle for the overall win. And you know what has come full circle, Mr. Bryan Sawyer? It's that mention that I talk about every single time when we have like 5 cars in a race, and I say, you don't need more than 2. American Le Mans 2012 came from 4 laps down to win the race. And while Christopher Hill or Nathan Ray may not come from 4 laps down tonight, we don't need more than 2 cars to have a fantastic race. So keep your eyes peeled on that one. Has Zach Goddard made another issue, or is he just still recovering from the previous one? I believe simply still recovering. That's what sucks. You make one slight mistake, Bryan, and puts a damper on your hopes.
At least when we have a race that's an hour long, it's a little easier to get back. I feel like when you got a short sprint race, one mistake and you feel like your night's kind of over. You got too few laps to get back. We're gonna have a little more than 28. Josh, I'm gonna inside baseball you right now. ATVO, the way it likes to determine guess how many laps there's gonna be is based on a regular pace lap. When we do this VSC, it throws it off a little bit. So
See.
it says 28. It's gonna be probably a little less.
Under investigation for the
Couple of them.
420 and the 25 turn lap. Is that lap 5?
We just had 2 come
Okay.
through, so I'll read them both for you. We're investigating car 420. I think that's KAU.
That's
Is
William
that Kaufman?
William
Kaufman.
William Kaufman and the 25 of John Ebersol. Incident lap 5. I'll take a look off monitor and see what I can find. Ah, turn 1. Okay, I don't know if you can pull it up, but
I
Ebersol,
can.
they were dueling away.
Is this what we're
And
looking
you
at?
Might be. No, you are somewhere else.
That's
Ebersol dove on the inside, and Kaufman didn't expect him there. And that's what's interesting about that turn 1, because there's so many different lines.
We'll try and hit
The
this.
way they went.
I don't think this is it either.
Nicholas Lavish has passed Jason Lynn for 22nd overall. He's slicing his way through the field here.
It didn't come through as a real incident, so unfortunately I'm not going to be able to see it, but we're going back up front because we're within
Nathan
half a second. It was 1/10 there
Nathan-
for a moment.
Ray was lighting up the rear tires, exiting the hairpin. And Chris Hill has the slipstream down the backstretch to turn number 12. We ride on board. Racing incident for that. Okay, that's interesting. And Hill looked nothing doing into 12 this time, Brian.
Yeah, I couldn't find the incident, so I don't even know what. I don't even quite know what happened. But they're both
Ebersol
going.
sent
so.
it, turned him, and I don't know. They have their own rules, but I call it as I see it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just not sure on that one. That was a really late move into turn 1. Yes, they are beginning to gap Daniel Smith in 4th in class. Christian Youngwall and Romain Rateau, Brian, they are all over each other for this pro class league. And they are gapping Kevin Fanning.
They're off and away.
Last lap for Rateau, 2 minutes 7.8.
You got a nice little
How
train in
convenient.
the
2 minutes 7.8 for Youngwall.
in the GT3 AMs. We got a nice little train between 2nd and 7th. Maybe about 2 seconds separate all of those drivers together. I think I can get a little higher up view and see how close they all are. Yeah. That's 3rd on back, so a lot of these drivers thinking, hey, there's a podium position right up there. Looks like Bryan's on trying to squeeze something in, make a pass, or
he's going to make up a couple spots on the 4 of Daniel Miglin and then Miguel Rivas in the 290.
Marwan Mafta and Ethan Brown
As
going side by side.
0.8 of a second between the 2 pro cars. On the inside is Miglin on Rivas. Argy Bargy also. There goes Mafta with Ethan Brown down to turn 12.
I thought I was about to watch a murder, Josh.
I thought so, but we are getting interesting with Sohn and Miglin. 1 car to the inside. It's Mafta. There's a hornet's nest in the GT3 field. And this is all, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
There's
You got
6 cars
6 AM cars, and
third
Nicholas
position
Laubish
on the
is just trying to
podium.
pick his way through. This is absolutely terrifying as Laubish because he's got the pace, obviously, over the AM cars, not trying to discourage those AM guys, right? But you're in your own battle, and you've got this guy that is much faster than you trying to snake his way and not interfere with this battle. 1 car wide. It's Miglin crosses up, and Nicholas Laubish takes that spot for Fiercely Forward. Good to see that team name back represented on the Automotive Sports Network.
Josh, we got 2 more race control investigations that are coming through. We got a
Laubish started to the inside, Brian. Laubish to the inside takes the spot. You got Rateau, and is that Youngwall, lap 6? What happened between these two? I'll try and take a look off monitor and see what had happened. It was labeled lap 6. Oh, okay. At the end of the backstretch, turn 12, Youngwall was very deep on the brakes, and I thought he almost was going to hit the 23 of Rateau.
Are you able to see those coming through? You are able to see those coming through. God, I love this
So
program.
fun inside baseball for you. You probably already know this, but on the iRacing bars on the bottom of the screen, he's commenting in the race control chat on the sim, and I can
Yes.
see him that way, and it pops up on your end. So
Okay, yeah, it pops up on
I
my
can't
end.
see those.
Yeah, I basically
Pitting is
just
Chris
did a pull
Hill,
from
Bryan,
him.
from
Right.
second in the prototype class and
Early.
overall. So, and one car around, it's Joshua Susi in the 13 in the back of the field. No contact, no harm done. But where is
Bringing
Nathan
a lot of dirt
Ray?
on the track.
Okay.
Bringing a lot of sand on the track. Where is Nathan Ray?
So
Nathan
listen,
Ray's
ladies and
rounding
gentlemen.
the final corner, I believe.
Rallycross hasn't been in Austin, Texas in like 10 years. We don't have to try and create a track through the S's. Ray is leading. Daniel is now second. Daniel has, is that correct? That's a second between those two. He was a little bit further back than that, so maybe Ray is conserving. Will we see Ray respond to Hill?
There we go. We got all the class leaders on the track map now.
We've got this chaos in the AM class still unfolding. Moftaw on the outside of Ethan Brown, like Sebastian Vettel in 22 against Magnussen, but he can't get it done this time around, and the Egyptian has to fall back in line behind the 24. Lauber's trying to pick his way through the AM class still. Ray has not pitted, or he hasn't gotten to the pit lane, I apologize there. Will the 35 respond? No, he does not pit in the Penguin RC 35. Daniel in the 055.
Oh my.
Let's see what we got through here. Pretty calm at the moment, Bryan.
I don't know if you can hear that or not. My whole home is vibrating.
Your whole home is vibrating. As long as it's not flooding.
I sent you the picture of that funny car they got next door. They are revving
Oh,
that
they're
thing
running
to
it.
the max.
Okay.
My whole basement is shaking.
I can't believe that Snap-on just has a global headquarters in the middle of your neighborhood. That's the best part.
That's great.
Okay, that's great.
Thanks for doxing me.
Okay.
It's okay.
Hey, they don't know where you live. They only know you live near there. Okay.
They
Don't
know
go to Bryan's house,
in a
please.
3-block perimeter.
Whoops. Listen, welcome to ASN. You're basically in our living room. We're all having a good time.
Marlon Mofta making it stick this time around. Oh nope, not against Ethan Brown. Jason Lynn. It looks like no, I'm wrong. It was Marlon Mofta almost passing Ethan Brown there.
Well,
Didn't make it stick.
I miss broadcasting with you. It's such a fun time.
Nicholas Laublich,
All right.
he made it. He made the pass on Jesse Pate, and he's got one AM car left to pass. Raj Edgel. Randall Fox is in front of him also, but Randall Fox is in he's in GT3 Pro also. So there's only one AM left, and then we're all sorted out correctly, except for James Howard, who had the incident earlier and was all the way back in 27th. But good run for Nick.
Trying to find Christopher Hill in the 101. I'm looking off monitor to see his last lap. The only lap he ran was a 2-minute 46.1. So he has not run a lap to see the time difference here. He's 42 seconds off the lead of Nathan Ray in the 35.
Let's put it up. He is, you can see the class lead on the, I guess it's the eastern stretch. And he's entering, I don't know the turn names here. I think we're around turn 12 for Christopher Hill.
Yeah, you're right on there. 13
right
and
on
14.
the money. 13, 14.
You're so
He's
good.
coming through.
I'm so proud of you.
And his class leader's all the way at the top of the little
Is the
map
red
there.
dot?
No, it's
that's
the black
red dot
dot
array
that's
through
behind
the
the red
S's?
dot. No, it's the black dot.
Who's the red dot? Or is that the GT3 AM?
The red dot is GT3 AM, and the blue dot is GT3
I see the blue
Pro.
one.
I gotta
Okay.
make those dots a little bit more distinguishable. A little hard to tell.
I'm also basically inside baseball, basically laying down in bed, so I can't really see at the angle that I'm at.
I know. I can
I'm also
see
getting
you.
old.
I don't know if you remember.
Hi, Bryan. Oh, yeah, I know. We're having a good time. All right, everybody. Listen here. Nathan Ray still leads. He has gapped Daniel. It's 2.2 seconds now. We're on lap number 10. And I'm just waiting to see Bryan as he's in traffic.
Yeah.
Brian Sohn, Miguel Rivas.
Do you think
And this is tricky.
Christian realized we were coming up to traffic and decided to pit early to not deal with?
That makes sense.
Well, you didn't see
why
last
would
week.
you-
Last week we had a lot of issues with traffic. Some of these GT3 cars were not letting these guys through, and I know you're not supposed to let them through. You're supposed to be predictable, but I mean there were some blocks that were questionable. It wasn't exactly blocks, but it's like maybe move over a little bit. You got a car almost 50% faster than you coming through real quick.
I got some interesting news here. Christopher Hill's last lap was a 2-minute 0.1, 2-minute 0.8 for Nathan Ray. So that strat that you mentioned might be true, as one car, Ebersol, contact with Ando. Kaufman has to hit the brakes, and that's in turn 13 and 14. And Ebersol, if I recall correctly, reigning champion.
Youngwell
VSC
passes
deployed,
Rateau.
Bryan. VSC deployed. Daniel pits. Ray missed the pit lane entry. This is huge for Daniel and not in a good way for Nathan Ray. Because
well, maybe it's good for
Goddard?
Nathan Ray. Goddard is
Goddard's not pitting.
You mean Hill? Are you talking about Hill?
No, Zach Goddard is not pitting. I'm
Oh.
taking a look at the other
Okay.
GTPs to see. Daniel Smith staying out as well. What a gorgeous car for the 95. But Christopher Hill obviously wouldn't pit.
No, he's already pit. He's I think if Nathan Ray can get into the pits ahead of time, I don't know. Or on this next lap here, we might have something good. I don't know. If I'm race control, I would be looking at Romain Rateau, Youngwell. Romain might have been ahead right when that flag was called. I'm not 100% sure. They were side by side right when that happened. So
Thanks for picking me up on that. I apologize for missing that, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that was in turn 1. And it's basically, the only thing I could say is like a NASCAR level call, because they were neck and neck in turn 1 when the VSC was deployed. JD Daniel has black flags cleared. I believe that was probably a pit lane violation. Norbert Roy is sitting at, because pit lane's closed. So Roy has to sit at the entrance of the pit lane, and wait for pit lane to be open. I don't know if I personally like that, but okay, that's interesting. They're going to let DeFlumer, Howard, and Ando through. Okay.
look at these GP. You think they're going to let these GTPs in front of this group of GT3s? Is all the GT3s are right in front of these. They're right.
I don't even know. Okay, well, we'll just have to wait and see. They're all on the left side of the track, but I believe that's their procedure, that the
Yes.
GT3s are on the left side of the
Okay,
track.
yes, you are right. Yeah, they get on the left side, the GTPs get on the right. Yes, I forgot about that.
As GT3 class leader to the left side, GTP on the right. They only overtake slower cars on the straights, respective side. Okay, once the lines are formed, the race will be restarted. So we will have to wait until...
Those lines
Are we going to have to wait till the GT3s are going to roll? Pit lane's open again. And I don't think that Nathan Ray is going to have a good time, because not only this safety car came out at the worst possible time for him, Bryan, because he hasn't responded to Hill. And
Nope.
not only is Hill basically on his rear wing, but if Hill was 40 seconds back, let's just call that as it is. It's a 40-second pit delta for lack of information. That's going to result in Nathan Ray dropping half a lap behind, quarter of a lap behind.
Yeah.
It's going to be wild. He does have to pit. Goddard has to pit. This is huge, because JD Daniel made the best call, responded as soon as he saw the contact, or maybe heard the contact, whatever it may be. And Christopher Hill benefits from this, so
Hugely.
the only thing that might be his saving grace, and we'll
Daniel
have to
Smith
see,
hasn't
is
boxed either.
how long is this safety car going to roll, because, well, they're going to let them come back together, I think. So everything that I said about Nathan Ray might be null and void, but even still, you're in traffic now. Granted, it's not that many cars, but like we always say, Bryan, catching is one thing, passing is another.
Yeah.
Okay. I know we normally would go to break, but we will wait until we go back green and until this calms down for a moment. before we step aside
you're
for our
not pulling a
mid-race
NASCAR
break.
on Fox on me.
Of course not. You think I'm going to do a NASCAR on Fox move? Absolutely not. I don't call for shots of a grandstand, Brian, okay? Listen here, Captain.
Okay, here you go.
Oh my God. It's been too long. Just a reminder, everybody, if you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe to the Automotive Sports Network. Let's see if I can get this without a script. Blue Sky, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube. Ring the bell to be notified of our live streams. Currently on, well, Thursday. It's going to be Saturday, going to be Sunday, going to be Monday. And keep in mind with that Sim Gaming Expo coming up. And ring the bell, like and subscribe, whatever it may be. We got content everywhere. We're pushing really hard. If you'd like to have your content broadcasted, ASNTVUSA.com. Shout out Josh Darnell. Not only have you filled in for me when I'm unavailable, but you have begun to build that website for us. Looks marvelous. Ladies and gentlemen, this second half of this year is going to be awesome for the Automotive Sports Network. Join the conversation. Hashtag ASNTVUSA. What is that? Wow! Is that going out to everybody? That graphic? That's cool. Whiplash SimCams, everybody. Andrew Cardinale, the fourth. Wonderful camera work across whatever series it may be.
VSC is ending. We will be going green in a moment.
There's all 5 GTPs. This field is re-racked. Daniel Smith, Chris Hill, JD Daniel, Nathan Ray, and Zach Goddard. Rateau. What happened to Youngwall? Youngwall has dropped a couple positions in the GT3 class.
We're off
the
again.
BSC is ending. Green flag back out here in Austin, Texas. And now Daniel Smith has an opportunity, Chris Hill has an opportunity to get by Daniel Smith and begin gapping Nathan Ray. Green flag back out. Hill looks to the inside on Daniel Smith up the hill. Ray weaving his tires. Matt Kingsbury all over the rear wing of Rateau to the GT3 field, Brian.
Kevin
I
Fanning
know we got
around.
GTPs battling as well. 3 wide,
Okay.
one car off. It's Hill deep on the brakes, side by side with JD Daniel entering the S's. Daniel on the outside in the Acura against the BMW into the S's. They are still side by side. That has to give. Daniel's got to give that one up. Up the hill in GT3. Rateau leads Laubish, who's up to the front of the field. I had a Lambert, I had a Youngwall and Jesse Pate leading in the AM class. It's Porsche, it's
there.
Ford Mustang, Corvette, and Mercedes. Did we miss some incidents,
We're
Brian?
gonna rip through it real quick. We had Kevin Fanning have an
Kevin
incident.
Fanning!
I don't know what happened. He went straight to the pits, it looked like.
Oh! I have it off monitor.
That was
if you
Kevin
missed
Fanning
it.
and Norbert Ray. It's on monitor.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we'll see some investigations coming up. It says restart under review. Matt Kingsbury looks like might have got touched a little bit or looped. And then it says Matt Kingsbury a second time. Oh, that's just him correcting himself. And we're back to live.
And Rateau battling for the lead in GT3 Pro. Laubish clobbered the curb
Christopher Hill getting
in
by
the
Daniel Smith.
17.
He'll have it after
Daniel
this
Smith
live.
and Christopher Hill. Full disclosure, my cat's trying to escape the bedroom. Take this call. No shame. I'm
You're
in my
perfectly
bedroom.
fine. We got 3 investigations coming through. Kevin Fanning, lap 11. Roy and Rateau for lap 10 and 11. So 3 investigations coming right off the bat there. So we'll see what happens
F-Cat,
with those.
they say, Brian. F-Cat, they say. It'll be great.
Laubish is passing Rateau on the outside. I think Rateau might be able to get it back on this next set of turns. Laubish turns it around.
Oh,
and
no.
all that hard work,
17.
all for naught. Back down to 5th.
Daniel holding strong in GTP. What happened to Nathan Ray?
Nathan Ray looks like he went off the track just a little bit. He got back
Ahead
going.
of Daniel Smith. One car around, out of the exit of turn 18. It's James Howard again. Did he get help this time? No, he ran it too wide, throttled up, and lost it. And the 22 loops it again. So Randall Fulks in the 51 has had an issue. I don't know if it prompts you. He has no rear bumper on that car. I'll try and see what happened. Oh, he got absolutely demolished by Ethan Brown. Not Brown's fault, though. There was a stack up in the hairpin. All right.
Battle for
So-
second. William Kaufman, Daniel Miglin for AM. I'm going to tell you, Josh, these GT3 AMs, they're doing it. We have the podium for GT3 AM right behind the podium for GT3 Pro. So it's top 3 GT3, the top 4 AMs, and then intermingled AM and Pro all the way down. So
Laubish trying to sneak his way through the field again.
he's up to 4th.
As Daniel spins from the lead in the Acura, and all the work that he did, now he's parked. He's got to let Goddard by, and now he begins to roll. So this puts Christopher Hill and Nathan Ray at the top of the field. And I think he just locked the rears, Brian. Let's see.
He locked the rears.
See ya. Like I said earlier on the qualifying portion of the show, it's so easy to follow. Easier to follow than it is to lead. And maybe the pressure got to him, and he applied just a pinch too much of brake pressure, trying to go too deep into that corner, and around he went. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back rolling. Per ASN, it's probably going to be chaotic either way, but we're going to step aside for our mid-race break. You won't miss a thing. We'll go ASN nonstop from Austin, Texas. Absolutely be doing what he has to do.
You're so interesting.
I love your browser history.
I like that you're not hiding anything from me.
By the way, nice IP address. I like your neighborhood.
You are so special. This ad is just for you.
I learned so many things from you.
You are so generous with your personal data.
Switch on privacy, switch off trackers and viruses. Go to NordVPN.com. NordVPN. Safely be you.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
absolutely be doing what he has to do. He has to go for the championship. He has to recover the points that he lost. He's down the race, takes the lead in the 12. What a move. And he takes the lead and holds
Side by
it.
side between these two in the turn 1. This is going to get spicy.
Exiting turn 1, over the jump to begin the first lap, clog at the inside line. McFarland contact between them. They are still side by side. This opens the door for Wetz. He can't make anything happen. Over in the 26, he has not won in quite some time. Dragster acing the entry to turn 1, up and into the inside. Magnus gives him a nudge. The grip strip on the inside, Phil. Wetz had a little bit better run, but looks like Rocky's going to hold the spot. We welcome you back to round 2 of the 14th season of the SimCAR Grand Am Series. I had an ad read, but J.D. Daniel has just ran it deep into the hairpin. He got passed by Zach Goddard. Bryan Sawyer in the production truck alongside me in the commentary box. My name is Josh Mertz. We're taking a second look there, unless the replay system might be a tad broken. Big developments during our break, ladies and gentlemen. The biggest thing, there's like 10 race control incidents that are listed, but Romain Rateau, a drive-through penalty for a restart violation for the 23, Bryan. Is Aaron Beaver trying to get by Miguel Rivas. All right, let's go over some sponsors, give them some love while we have a moment here. And I just want to remind everyone, the 2025 Drivers' Championship, proudly presented by Penguin RC Simulation, trusted by racers for their unbeatable support, rock-solid product guarantees, and high-performance sim gear. When you want equipment you can rely on lap after lap, Penguin RC Simulation delivers every time. As Mr. Patches, the fight for the team's championship in each class is brought to you by Mr. Patches, makers of custom patches that let you wear your racing pride. This season, they're putting $50 on the line for each class's winning team, and from the track to your jacket, Mr. Patches has you covered. And SimCAR is proud to race alongside Too Fast Racing, a massive sim community built on the high-octane world of Beam NG drag racing, now taking on iRacing with over 14,000 members strong. From the drag strip to the curve here at SimCAR, Too Fast Racing is where speed lives. And finally, Lambert Designs is the official graphic sponsor for SimCAR. From promotional materials to custom paint jobs, Lambert Designs has it all. And for more information, join the SimCAR Discord and contact Brandon Lambert. Finally, if you like what you see tonight, be sure to like and subscribe to the Automotive Sports Network on Blue Sky, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. Ring the bell to be notified of our live streams weekly, along with our short-form video content. Bryan, do you have a version of the programming notes graphic that doesn't take up the entire screen?
No, I don't, Oh, I might. But I was going to say, speaking of Lambert, Nicholas Laubish just passed him for second, so he's fixed everything he's undone. But Laubish up to second for GT3 Pro. Had a few incidents along the way, but yeah, I'll get you a graphic. I'll just tell you when it's ready. We have a few things that also happened during the break. We had a William Kaufman incident. We had I think William Kaufman had.
That's all you, Captain.
Yeah. Let's take a couple of those. We got a little bit of space out between most people right now.
I'll keep an eye off monitor for everybody. You take the replays.
William Kaufman looped. Relatively easy incident. Ethan Brown, I think we just got a bunch of looping. Yeah, you could tell that was going right at the apex of that turn. He was that rear end started to step out. Eric Dubois had an incident. Yeah, these tires are getting spicy, and I think Zach Goddard also had one.
Zach Goddard, I think, was exiting turn 12.
Everybody's having it at this.
Round he goes.
Nobody's gonna like the Spin Me Right rounds compilation I'm gonna make for TikTok for them all.
Nathan Ray trying to catch Christopher Hill, but they have matched each other's lap times. in the GTP class. If I'm
GT3
taking a
AM.
look at the timing, 19 and a half minutes left.
Closest thing we got to a battle right now is the battle for 6th, 7th, and 8th in GT3 AM. Miguel Rivas, Marwan Mafta, and Byron Son. All three of these guys. Right on top of each other.
As Sohn and Mafta battling. Got Rivas right in front of them. Kingsbury, Beaver. Rateau is actually going to be fighting Lambert for the podium here in a couple laps, despite his drive-through. His last lap, well, he was only a 10th up on Lambert, so I don't know if that's going to get the job done in the pro class. I'm curious to see what Nathan Ray has for Chris Hill. They matched lap times. Actually, no, I apologize. Ray was a second faster than Hill the last time around. So GTP is going to be spicy as we stay focused on Mafta and Lizette Rivas ahead of him with Bryan Sohn. And that is still 6th, 7th, and 8th in AM.
Here you go, Josh.
As 29 cars took the green flag, 27 are left. Let's take a look at some programming notes on the Automotive Sports Network. Next round for the SimCAR Grand Am Series at Road America for an hour-and-a-half endurance race. I will not be here again, but you will have Bryan, Sawyer, and Josh Darnell. That's next Thursday, 9:15 p.m. Eastern. So proud, and it's surreal to announce that the Automotive Sports Network will be on site for the Sim Gaming Expo the weekend of September 5th, 6th, and 7th. It's an all-day thing. SimGamingExpo.com, I think, is the website. Competition area, plenty of vendors. Bryan and I are going to be there. We might have Josh Darnell. NASA's going to have their own race. It's going to be amazing. If I can be on a soapbox for 2 seconds, I wish my dad was alive to see that, because that's going to be a great time. SimCAR Grand Am comes back in Imola. Obviously, they are off for the week that we will be gone. And then NASA Rallycross commences middle of September for Lights World Championship contenders and the Rallycross World Championship futures as well, but you'll notice there no broadcast for that split this season. If you'd like your content broadcast at asntvUSA.com, plenty of information there. Shout out Josh Darnell for all the hard work you are doing on that end of the enterprise. So Bryan, what do we got here? Is this Rivas and Mafta still?
This is still Rivas and Mafta. They're the only two within a half second of each other on this track. That's what we'll take a look at right now.
As last time around for Hill and Ray match lap times. Youngwall, where is Youngwall? He's leading in the pass for the lead because it was the final corner. There was a car off the track. No, what happened there? Oh, that's what happened. Wow. Josh Ondo running his own race. Christopher Hill, if you have that, it should be Josh Ondo. What was that? Ondo involved. Ray had to go off the road, running his own racetrack layout, and he took the lead because of it. If I'm Chris Hill, Bryan, I am fuming.
Do a slow-mo.
Ondo, Ondo's running his own race. Why would Hill send it there? And then Hill obviously is trying to gather this car up. Go back live pictures because they're battling for the lead again. They've got William Kaufman in the way in the GTP field. The GTP battle for the lead, getting spicy. Hill's got to get this spot back after Ray went off the track. Again, I don't know what race control is going to do. We haven't seen anything pop up. But Bryan, I'd be on the horn saying, what the heck, man? He passed me off the road. He was avoiding an incident, but that's a tricky thing.
And there it is. They're investigating it. They got
under investigation.
All the investigations coming through.
Into turn 12. Contact with Howard and Hill. A little bit of damage on the right rear corner of that GTP. But here's the thing, Bryan. Every little bit of downforce counts in these cars, and a little crinkled fender, it might hinder him. And now we're getting towards the end of this race. The last quarter of it, 15 minutes left to go. According to timing and scoring, got about 10 laps left. Again, we had a couple safety cars, so it might be off base there, but we'll just have to wait and see. The battle for the GT3 field, Youngwall is 3.5 ahead of Laubish, and Jesse Pate is 1.2 ahead of Miglin for the AM class. They've got GT3 traffic, Edgell and Kingsbury in front of the GTPs. And that incident still under review. Causing a
Hill?
collision for the race. The man in second, Christopher Hill. Candidly, I can't say I'm surprised because that was a move and a half. One car around in front of them, it's John Ebersol in the 25.
I'm gonna go back to it one more time because I think he had plenty of room on.
I'm keeping an eye off monitor for you.
Yeah, I mean he started that turn as
the door was closed.
Ondo was yeah.
Unless you have a different opinion, but I mean the door was closed and Hill just drove through it.
Vortex of danger is always your fault. So
yeah.
He went through a door that was shutting. He's lucky he didn't spin himself out in that incident, but
that could have been much bigger.
That
could have taken out the top two in class.
Yeah, he ended what Ondo was doing.
I mean, even in, well, unless you're Ross Chastain, I was going to say that's not a passing zone, but in non-contact racing, you don't make a move there. You hold your line, wait your turn until turn one. I digress.
I'll tell you who's
so this
happy
is going to put
about
Nathan
that,
Ray back
JD
to the lead.
JD Daniels probably ecstatic about that coming through.
And this puts Daniel into second after the incident when the drive-through comes through. Kingsbury and Ebersol lap 20 under investigation. I'll try and take a look and see what happened there. I think, did Kingsbury turn Ebersol? Because Ebersol was around, that's exactly what happened. But Ebersol, he came across like Matt wasn't there. Yeah, that's not Matt. That's not on Matt.
That's not on Matt.
That's on Ebersol.
Lucky he kept going.
Rateau pits in the 23.
Ebersol spun himself, but he's lucky Matt kept driving. Romain Rateau pitting. Puts Jesse Pate
Hill serving his penalty.
The AM class lead. Miglin up to second. Aaron Beaver.
They were in the way of the GTP leader, so their battle is getting pretty interesting. I'll take a look and roll it back and see what happened to give
Christopher Hill back on track.
Have him lose the lead.
Not too far behind. Drive-through didn't affect him that badly. I mean, it put him 1-7 behind JD Daniel. Could have been worse. He's battling.
Now he's seeing red. He's making wild moves
Lambert.
Through the S's. That was Bryan Sohn in the 0-3. He got by. Alrighty.
I have no way to do it, but I love the NASCAR style arrows that show you can point to which part because I need it some.
That's the next step in our incredible graphics package that you have put together, my friend.
I don't think I can do that. I think that's above my level.
We'll
ChatGPT
I believe in you. We'll figure it out. That's fair.
Battle for third AM in the AM. We got GTP flying past it, but Rob Edgel and Jason Lynn. About 3/10 separate these two. They got traffic flying by them. Lynn's trying to get by, but he's
Christopher Hill. Yeah, Christopher Hill trying to get by Edgel. And this is the Acura versus the BMW.
Lynn had a moment there, and then the two GTPs come roaring up. He goes, maybe I'll wait.
And Lynn off the road in the 661 onto the AstroTurf there for a moment. And looking through, Pate is about a second ahead of Miglin. The battle for the pro class has fizzled out. The battle, obviously, for the GTP and overall has fizzled out. Let me try and find Jesse Pate in the 31. Let me see what he's doing.
All by himself. He's got Miglin about a second behind him. But he's just out here cruising. He's got not much in front of him. If we look at his nose, there's nobody in sight. And
tell you what, though, go back to this battle for third, Bryan, because Miguel Rivas has snuck into this picture. We got a three-way fight for the final spot on the rostrum in the GT3M class. I lied to you. It's a four-way battle, if you include Marwan Moftah here. So this might be what we're going to be focused on. In the 81, first in shot, then it's Lynn, then it's Rivas, then it's Moftah. Racing incident for Ebersol in the 25 against Matt Kingsbury. Interesting call there. Okay. And Matt Kingsbury's chat has been disabled. Yep. Okay. That's all we'll say.
Sometimes it happens.
The emotions get you. It's easy. It might be virtual, it might be a video game, but ladies and gentlemen, the emotions and the adrenaline and everything is very much real. Just ask myself and Bryan when we crashed into each other in the Lights World Championship. What was it, 4 weeks in a row last season?
Something like that.
Yeah, it was a good time. All right, so we have, I can barely read that. Is that less than 10 minutes? That's less than 9 minutes, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 8 minutes, 54 seconds.
8:54. This workflow, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. For those of you that are in the NASA Discord, I posted it in there. It's a mess. It's okay. It's just not the greatest. Let's find that battle for third still. Edgel, Lynn, Revis, and Moftah. And I'll tell you what, and knock on wood, if you're seeing me internally here, the laptop hasn't had issues. So we're leaning towards maybe not running iRacing locally. So here we are. Okay. GTP fizzled out. Youngwall's got it over Laubish. If I look at the last lap times, wow, Laubish though was 8/10 up on Youngwall the last time around. He might get it, but we'll see.
I gotta thank Victor Valley. He just reminded me that I can do John Madden mode.
Oh my God, I forgot you could. Can I see it? Are you doing John Madden mode right now?
So this is Revis. Yeah, you should be able to see it.
Oh, I can. Look at that. What is this cluster in turn 1? Lead car is Edgel in the orange car, and then Goddard in GTP. The blue car featured is Miguel Rivas.
I'm gonna show you Ray. I'm gonna pull up the map here. Let's pull this mini map. That's not the mini map. That's the wrong map button. That's big map button.
Daniel Smith has crashed into Edgel and almost collected Zach Goddard. And that ruins Edgel's podium battle. But I'll tell you what, though, they're still all right there.
We're going to pull that up.
Oh, that's a NASCAR and Fox move if I've seen one.
Oh.
That's tricky, though, in that instance, because you're a GT3 car minding your own business.
Yeah, you have all that pace.
In the middle of that battle.
You have all that pace. You're trying to bleed it without spinning your car, and
Daniel Smith is disconnected in the GTP.
Unfortunate.
Laubish is still a second away. We might have a battle for the pro lead. Because Revis has passed Lynn. What a dive bomb it looked like into turn 12. It was an orderly move. I stand corrected. As you might be behind a pinch because we are definitely not going into that corner.
Because
is this Jason Lynn?
I definitely have Lynn off track. I was still behind.
What happened? And he just like one of the cars earlier. Forgive me on who it was. James Howard earlier.
He just sputted himself.
And happened again. Drive-through penalty for Smith, but he's out of the session, so I don't know if that penalty is going to carry over to next week. That would be the most logical thing.
I don't know. I mean, you leave the session, you're already going all the way to the back. Lynn around again. Those tires are cooked, buddy. You got to let them cool down.
As soon as you do one heat cycle like that, trying to get the car back, it's over. Alrighty. 5.5 minutes left to go, ladies and gentlemen.
Terrible at racing these cars. That's all I know is once I spin, hang on for about a half a lap. Let those tires get cold. Because I know I'm going to spin. These are too much car for me. I applaud all these drivers.
There's a reason why you drive the F4,
I drive the F4 and the Miata.
Light. We got 3 wide going into turn 1, it looks like. Or the hairpin at the far end of the circuit. And that is Miglin, Goddard, and Kingsbury. And I'll tell you what, Miglin has been enthralled into a battle here with Kingsbury, and he has pretty much lost the gap. Let's head. You called it already. Look at you. This is the battle for the GT3 Pro lead. This is good. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, look at Nicholas. Oh, okay. I tell you that it's virtual, right? You see how slideways he is, running off the right rear tire at the edge of adhesion. And there is 0.3 of a second between these guys. We have 4 minutes and 20 seconds left.
I just have to applaud both these drivers as a producer. Thank you for changing your colors to something that matches your car. It looks so nice when I can do this and you can tell which car is which.
Beautiful cooperation between our ASM production staff and the drivers. And while the battles have fizzled out for the most part,
for a minute. We're just going to watch these two battle.
Yep. Let's take a look from high above here at Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas.
I've been avoiding the drone cameras all night, Josh, because they're a little loud, but you're going to have to deal with this one.
Oh, that's fine. It is totally fine. Will Laubush make a move? He will not into turn 11.
Looks like Daniel Smith is
Laubush knows what he's doing.
Timing tower.
Daniel Smith, you said? Yeah.
Yeah, he's out of the session. So.
Yep. Slipstreaming for Laubush. They are coming to, let's call it 3 laps to go. GTP flies by. Laubush looks to the inside, says, hey, brother, I'm here. I might make a move on you in the next couple laps. In the next couple corners, better apex for Laubush. He's almost up to the left side of Christian Youngwall. Looking now, hanging on the left side. Tricky corner. Don't put the throttle down too much. We've seen people loop it all night here. Into 14 and into 15. Or 15, 16, apologies there. And now rounding 17 and 18. We've got a GT3 AM in the way. It's Eric Dubois. Youngwall runs it wide. Laubush looks to the inside. He's going to be on driver's right on the outside now. Here comes Hill again.
Oh, Hill opened that door for
Laubush the lead. What was that move from Christopher Hill? Why?
And he's off the track. Did the dive, flew off the track.
I don't. What I want to say is not correct, Brian. I just want to say I don't understand what's going on.
You're not race control.
Yes, Brian.
We don't have that job. We don't have that job today.
As just I know, but just as a fan watching this, what is happening? Okay. All right. So now if I'm Christian Youngwall, I just got done dirty, ladies and gentlemen, and now I am half a second off of the race lead that I just had. What are we doing now? Okay. So,
I don't know if I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to go find that. I might. Please hold. Yeah, I think I can go back and look at that. Let's might be a little unprofessional here. I might. Nope, this is it.
We're right here. This is it. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Why? Especially infecting the battle of the GT cars battle for the lead. I don't know. I know I'm not race control. I know I'm just a guy flapping my gums, Brian, but as a race fan, if I'm locked into this battle and you see a guy just Kool-Aid Man his way through the battle, I don't understand. I don't get it. I digress, ladies and gentlemen. All I know is I'm Christian Youngwall. I'm angry.
It's not here yet. Barney's not waving that arm. We got 53 seconds left, though.
We should be getting the white flag this time for Nathan Ray. What I thought was a race-ending move when he missed the pit lane entry on that safety car. Definitely not. So, turned out to be beneficial when Christopher Hill decided to dive bomb again for the first time. Now we got the white flag here in Austin, Texas. And he is 12.5 seconds ahead of J.D. Daniel in the 0.55. Into turn 1. Miglin. Did I miss something, Brian? I think we missed the pass for the GT3 AM lead. Miglin is now in the lead. Pate's in 4th.
I don't know when that happens.
Apologies for that, ladies and gentlemen.
It's hard following 3 classes.
It's not a fun time. So apologies for that, ladies and gentlemen. We'll try it.
It's a fun time. It's just
not even sarcasm. It's a great time. We'll try and ask Miglin if he holds this off. What happened there? But now Laubush has 2.5 seconds. And the battle's really fizzled out there, Mr. Sawyer. Of course, stick around for our post-race show. We're going to have interviews from the winners of all 3 classes. And have a little bit more of the Josh and Bryan podcast. But thanks so much for hanging out with us so far. It has been a great evening of SimCAR action on the Automotive Sports Network. And Nathan Ray down the back straightaway in the 35, trying to make it 2 wins in a row for that team and that driver for Solpec. And through the stadium section, we had the S's inspired after Silverstone. We've got the stadium section here inspired after that section of the Hockenheimring in Germany, and then the upcoming quadruple apex modeled after the famous Turn 8 of the Istanbul Park Circuit in Turkey. And Nathan Ray rounds that final set of corners. Just had a crazy race. Great battle early on. Had to go off the road to a different country in the runoff to take the lead from Christopher Hill. That was after he missed the pit lane entry. It's been an up and down race, but the 35 rounds the final corner, and he will take victory in Austin, Texas, 2 for 2 for the 35 so far this season. Back to Laubish in the 17. I wonder what could have been if we didn't have that incident with the GTP in this very corner. But I tell you what, if you're Nicholas Laubish, you're loving this. Stuff happens in racing. Sometimes you're the hammer, sometimes you're the nail, as a day to remember said once. And off the final corner, Laubish will win GT3 Pro ahead of Youngwall and Brandon Lambert. Podium in GTP was Daniel and Hill. We look at Miglin in car number 4. 9th overall, 7.5, call it 8 seconds over Rivas and Moftaw further 2 back. And this has been a great time. Laubish, hold on. Laubish has a 5-second penalty. We'll wait for everything to roll through. This might change some stuff. We'll go through penalties here in a minute. Miglin through the final set of corners.
Laubish finished 5.3 up on Youngwall, though. So
okay, so that won't affect him.
Yeah, it's not going to affect it.
Final corner, and Daniel Miglin will win GT3 AM ahead of Miguel Rivas and Marwan Moftov. Real quick, post-race penalties. Rivas has a 5-second penalty. That's going to drop him behind Moftov, so he will lose the second spot. Laubish has a 5-second penalty. He will not be affected. Goddard has a 5-second penalty. He will not be affected. So the only position swap, Moftov moves up 1 spot ahead of Rivas. As the field rolls through. As the 420 of William Kaufman, 5-second penalty for 20 incident points. And Kaufman will drop behind Bryan Sohn in the classification.
And Jesse Payton
the 31.
Huge fall.
Yeah. What an interesting race here in Austin, Texas. As these guys still racing to the line. We've got Kaufman, Fanning, Sohn. They cross the line. We got the race winner just deciding to do burnouts and wild out on the front straightaway as those guys are still racing across the line. Welcome to SimCAR. As Ray, impressive burnout in the prototype. As Solpec Precision Racing 2 for 2. And if I look at my graphic correctly, he did not set fastest lap. It was JD Daniel at a 158.3 was the fastest lap. And we've got Bryan Sohn as well.
He's got great control of that car. And then he hit the wall. Why you hit the wall when I say that?
So I cannot move people on the broadcast, which is cool. I'm trying to do that in Discord for our interviews.
I got nobody in the room yet, so we'll just wait for them to all pop up. I think I can move some of them to the waiting room, but give me one moment here. We'll take a moment to figure out. We'll get everybody in these transfer rooms.
We taking a look at the classification, or are we moving people? We'll figure it out as we go.
I need a minute. I gotta do. I'm only one person.
No worries. That's okay. I can go over some stuff.
Here, I'll give you.
Okay.
I think
Nathan
I can
Ray,
give you this.
Just give me a graphic. Make it look like I know what I'm doing. Nathan Ray wins in GTP and overall. JD Daniel, Christopher Hill, Zach Goddard, Daniel Smith, top 5 and the only 5 in the top class this evening. And Ray by 12.3 seconds over Daniel. GT3 Pro, Nicholas Laubish, with a 5-second penalty, still stays 3.3 ahead of Christian Youngwall. Then it's Brandon Lambert, Matt Kingsbury, Aaron Beaver, Romain Retzo, Randall Falks, Kevin Fanning, what could have been for him after that incident in the safety car, and James Howard, 9th and last in class. And in the GT3 AM, we've got Daniel Miglin, Miguel Rivas, Marwan Moftah, Ethan Brown, William Kaufman, Bryan Sohn, Rob Edgell, Jesse Pate, John Eversole, Jason Lynn, and we have Josh Susi and Eric Dubois through 13th. We've got Josh Ondo, Travis DeFlumere, Norbert Roy, and Lance Williams 30th and last. I don't believe he took the green flag this evening as our 30-car field classification for that here in Austin, Texas.
All right, Josh. Well, I'm going to need you back in Discord because that's how we're doing this. You won't be able to hear me in Discord. You'll be able to hear me internally. And looks like we got Daniel Miglin and Nathan Ray. So we'll start with Daniel once you get yourself situated in here. And,
okay, we're going to do this really professionally. I have an AirPod in, and we're going to connect to the Discord on my phone, and it's going to be like a phone call, Brian.
I know.
All right.
We're managing well.
I am here, if you can hear me in Discord.
Let's find out.
Maybe. Nope. I think you can hear me now.
Let's find out.
I'm here, Brian.
It looks like we might be able to. It's fine. We're going to pull up interviews and we'll sort this out.
We've got Miglin and Ray. Oh, am I there?
You were.
Hi.
There we go.
Hi.
We'll
We could. I don't have anybody yet. Oh, sweet. Okay. Once I figure out how to use my iPhone. Mr. Daniel Miglin, how are you? How was your race, my friend? How was your race?
Weird, man.
Talk me through it, because it was chaotic. There was all kinds of stuff happening. I didn't even know you took the lead. I thought that it was you and Jesse for a while, and the next thing you know, you're in the lead.
So here's exactly how I got where I was. And I guess I'm giving away my secret to the whole league now. When we do those VSCs, we're not under yellow, so auto fuel is calculating those as if they're regular race laps. So if you're auto fueling with just a 1-lap margin, you're not going to make it. So a ton of cars had to come in for a little splash and go, and I took advantage.
I love it. I love little loopholes and things that people haven't figured out yet necessarily. I guess my next question is, this is my first race of the season. I want to know, from no disrespect to you as the AM guys, as the slowest class, how is it with the GT3 Pros? How is it with the GT or the GT3 Pro and the GTPs? Is it as crazy as it looks there out on the track?
It's really not. You have to have awareness, like it is the job of the faster car to pass safely. But if you are paying attention and you see a car that's clearly faster, GTPs especially, because they are so much faster, but even just a GT3 car, like if you see a guy on your relative and he has gained more than a second on you every lap, and he gets within, I don't know, 0.3 or 0.4 coming up to a corner, just let him go. Let him go, and you'll both save more time and get a better lap time as a result. So I guess just knowing when to fight, when not to fight, pay attention, and it ends up not that crazy.
For sure. All righty, my friend. Last question for you. Is there anyone you'd like to thank for the victory this evening?
Yeah, thank you to Team Watson Racing Setups. My wife, my kid, trying to get through bedtime.
I hear you. I'm looking at the clock and it says 9:46 local time. I have to be up at 5 a.m. and I still have to shower. So welcome to apparently ASN After Dark. Great run, my friend, and we will see you next week in Road America.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.
You too, buddy. And we've got one more, and it is our race winner, Nathan Ray. Am I pronouncing that right, my friend? Is it
Yes,
Ray?
it's a silent W.
Sweet. I was not here last week. I saw that you won. I guess 2 for 2. Awesome. Chaos. I guess, of course, talk me through your race, but what I want to know is I might be getting these switched up in my mind. You had going to a different country in the runoff to take the lead after Chris Hill crashed into the GT car. And then it looks like during a VSC, you missed the pit lane entrance. I think it either closed or you missed it. Talk me through that.
So with the going like 3 counties off the track, I did not mean to take the lead there. Because normally when GT3 cars spin, if they're rolling backwards, ABS does not let the wheels lock. So I knew I had to get far away from that GT car to not immediately get cleaned out. When I got back, realized I was beside him still, did my best to wout down, and then he missed the corner anyway. At that point, it was like either they'll, give me a penalty for the off track, or he's still going to get a penalty for initiating the contact with the GT car in the first place. So that, it was messy on all sides. I didn't like how it happened, but it certainly wasn't the intent to drive around a crash and take the lead. And then, I just on the VIC, I should straight up lock the front tires going into the pit. And had I tried to turn in, it would have been my car in pieces by the pit wall.
I missed that, so thank you for clearing that up. I asked Daniel a moment ago, with him being in the slowest class of the field, and how that had intertwined with the pro cars and with you guys. I want to hear it on the flip side of that. Obviously we saw that with Chris Hill. Talk me through being the fastest car, fastest class, and having to dodge through these GT3s. It's a tricky track, of course. It's hard to be patient, it seems.
Yeah, so honestly, the biggest hurdle is there's admittedly a pretty high skill gap between most of the AMs and most of the pros. So there's vastly different braking points and vastly different turn-in points that you're having to keep track of for both of them, and also keeping track who you're coming up with. Because unfortunately, from the back of the cars, it is not super clear what class it is until you're right up on top, and then they can actually read the little tiny placard for what class they're in.
I see. Yeah, and it's you turn in and you close up on a guy and you say, "Oh, I thought you were a pro car," or "Oh, I thought you were an AM car," and it's the other way around.
Happened multiple times over the race. So at some point, I just started taking it easy with all of them. So it's worst case, I could have made it and I didn't, but didn't cause a crash. And best case, it was a pro car and they just did the same speed through the corner as me anyway.
Last question before I get to who you'd like to thank, and something, admittedly, I forgot to ask our friend Daniel. It was talked about that this race was going to be a monsoon, or there at least was going to be some rain, and there was an iRacing glitch with scheduling, whatever it may be, and there wasn't rain. So how were you set up for rain, or were you set up for dry in qualifying, or vice versa? I mean, how was that working for you through the race to not have rain?
Honestly, the setup doesn't vary that significantly. With the prototype, we have enough in-car tools, so to speak, that we can swing the car one way or the other pretty easily. So most of the sets that I use are pretty neutral, kind of between both, and they'll swing either way with either traction control or roll bars.
I hear you. Well, 2 in a row, my friend. Great performance tonight. Who'd you like to thank for the victory?
Of course, SimCAR, Penguin, everyone for putting this on. You guys for broadcasting. Solpack Precision Racing, the boys back at the race shop. Solpack Steering Wheels as a sponsor. Britzy Gloves and Sim Accessories. Virtual Mindset, and Risk ROI.
All right, my friend. Great run tonight, and we'll see you next week in Road America.
Sounds good. We'll see you there.
All right, Brian, you got me back internally, so I can put both my AirPods in. Maybe. We'll see. He's not nodding his head yet. All right, so what do we got, Brian? We got points. We got results. We already did results. We got programming notes. Am I even coming through? Welcome to ASN, everybody. I can't hear Bryan.
Oh, because I'm not talking. I'm here. Yeah, we got...
Oh, hi, Bryan.
We don't have the points because there's all those penalties and stuff that need to be applied, so that is super unofficial. But what we do have, we have schedule, we have programming notes, we got sponsors. Take your pick.
I'll tell you what. Let's take a look at some programming notes first, and then we can hit the sponsors, and then we can close this out. As let's take a look and see. It's just a reminder. We got programming notes. We're doing this first. Next round. I don't even remember what's happening. I normally don't broadcast this late. Round 3 of the SimCAR Grand Am Series. We'll be at Road America next week. Reminder, I won't be here. But it won't be a technical failure. I'm going to be nice and disconnected in camping if I don't have house issues next week. We'll see. That's going to be the 28th of August. That's going to be 9:15 p.m. Eastern-ish. You'll have Josh Darnell, I think, and Bryan Sawyer for that. Super stoked to announce the Sim Gaming Expo like we've talked about all evening long. ASN will be a part of the in-house broadcasting crew for that. Pretty sure the racing that we will cast will be on Sim Gaming Expo's YouTube or Twitch or something, but we will, I hope, be allowed to do some ASN on-demand stuff of the NASA race at least. So keep your eyes peeled. If you're local, it's at the Schaumburg Convention Center. It's the 5th, 6th, and 7th hours posted there. Just Google it. It's going to be a great time. You'll have Bryan. You'll have myself. You'll have some NASA boys involved. I know I have to be biased for 2 seconds. It's going to be dreams come true. SimCAR Grand Am is going to be off that week because of the expo. So they will be back on the 11th of September, and then you'll notice the NASA Rallycross Lights World Championship contenders and the Rallycross World Championship at the end of September to kick off 2025B. And speaking of, back to SimCAR, the 2025 Drivers' Championship is proudly presented by Penguin RC Simulation, and Bryan Sawyer is missing the graphic. There we go. As trusted by racers for their unbeatable support, rock-solid product guarantees, and high-performance sim gear. When you want equipment you can rely on lap after lap, Penguin RC Simulation delivers every time. And SimCAR is proud to race alongside Too Fast Racing, a massive sim community built on the high-octane world of Beam NG drag racing, now taking on iRacing with over 14,000 members. And from the drag strip to the curves here at SimCAR, Too Fast Racing is where speed lives. Lambert Designs is the official graphic design sponsor. Apologies, words are hard for SimCAR. From promotional materials to custom paint jobs, Lambert Designs has it all. For more information, join the SimCAR Discord and contact Brandon Lambert. And finally, the fight for the team championship in each class brought to you by Mr. Patches, makers of custom patches that let you wear your racing pride. And this season, they're putting $50 on the line for each class's winning team. From the track to your jacket, Mr. Patches has you covered. If you like what you saw tonight, be sure to like and subscribe to the Automotive Sports Network on Blue Sky, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. Ring the bell to be notified of our live streams weekly, along with our short-form video content. We've got some great stuff planned. If you'd like your content broadcasted, or if you'd like to join the team, you can contact us at asnTVUSA.com. Shout out Josh Darnell for all of the website work that you have been doing. And Bryan Sawyer, you got a final thought for me as we almost close this up?
I'm sleepy. But no, that was a great race. We had action pretty much the whole night. We didn't turn into a single file line. And yeah, as one battle ended, another picked up. So super stoked for Road America. That's a great track. But my favorites are still left on the schedule. So I'm excited.
It's going to be a great time. I want to final thoughts from me. Great to be back in the commentary box with you. Super fun time. Bummer that the rain didn't hit. What else do we got? It was a crazy race to begin with. I wonder if the rain scared off some GTP cars, because I wonder if we could have had more there. And I just wonder what the rest of the season has in store for these guys with these three classes. The virtual safety car is very interestingly implemented. I do enjoy that. And yeah, just a super fun night, super action-packed, great to be back. And I think the checkered flag has fallen on the evening here at the Circuit of the Americas. On behalf of our entire production staff and producer Bryan Sawyer, along with fill-in play-by-play Josh Darnell last week, my name is Josh Mertz. I want to thank you for joining us for tonight's coverage of the SimCAR Grand Am Series. We congratulate our winners Nathan Ray in GTP, Nicholas Laubish in GT3 AM, and Daniel Migwin in GT3 AM, Laubish in GT3 Pro. My apologies there. Be sure to join us next week for round 3 of the SimCAR Grand Am Series at Road America for the 90-minute Endurance Classic in Elkhart Lake. But until then, so long, everyone.